Good morning, children. Today I am going to explain about the remaining relief beaches of India. The fourth one is the Thar Desert. In the previous class, we have discussed about the Peninsular Plateau. In this class, we will discuss about the fourth and fifth beaches, the Thar Desert and the coastal plains. About the coastal plains and Thar Desert. In this class, we will discussing. In this class, we will go to explain about Thar Desert and the coastal plains. Okay. Now, coming to the Thar Desert. Thar Desert is the only desert which is located in India. In the state of Rajasthan. Where it is located? In the state of Rajasthan. It is mostly located in the western part of Rajasthan. The Thar Desert, the only desert of India, is located in the state of Rajasthan. In the Rajasthan, it is located the most part of Thar Desert in western part of Rajasthan. Okay, and this is located in the leeward condition. It means it has getting leeward side of Aravali. It means here the leeward means the land part which is getting very less rainfall. The land which is getting very low amount of rainfall, those lands are called leeward sides. Okay, the leeward side of Aravali. The places which are at the Aravali ranges. Okay, Aravali, the mountains, the old mountains which are the oldest mountains in India, which are located in Rajasthan. At the leeward side of Aravali, the Thar Desert is located. Okay, the amount of rainfall in this Thar Desert is about 100 to 150 millimeters only. 100 to 150 millimeters only. That's why it is having the undulating sand particles, undulating sand plains. It is having only the sand plains. Why? Because it is getting very low amount of rainfall. According to the other regions of India, it is getting very less amount of rainfall. It is having only the sand plains. Due to this low amount of rainfall, it is having the less vegetation. Vegetation means the greenery part. It means forests. It is having less vegetation. Okay, once again, Thar Desert. The desert which is the only desert which is located in India is the Thar Desert, and this Thar Desert is located in the state of Rajasthan at the western part. Okay, this Thar Desert is fully located at the leeward side of Aravali Mountains. In the explanation of Himalayas, we are discussing about Himalayas are the young folded mountains. Okay, these Aravalis are the old folded mountains. These are very old mountains. That's why they are called as old folded mountains. Okay, leeward means the land part which is getting very less rainfall. Okay, how much of rainfall the Thar Desert is getting? About 100 to 150 millimeters of rainfall getting per year. Per year it is getting only 100 to 150 millimeters of rainfall. Okay, that's why it is having due to the very less amount of rainfall, it is having only the sand plains. Sand plains in the its region. Okay, due to the very less amount of rainfall, it is having very less vegetation. Okay, in this Thar desert also, one river is flowing. One river is flowing. The only river that is located in the Thar desert is the Loni. The Loni. The only river that is present in the Thar desert is Loni. Loni river. The only river which is flowing through the Thar desert. But the Loni is not reaching to the oceans or seas, Arabian Sea or Bay of Bengal. Why? Because it is having very sand plains. That's why at the underground region, the Loni, in some part of Thar desert, it is flowing under the layers of the sand plains, and just it feels some lakes in the desert region. Okay. In this Thar desert, the longest canal is constructed in the India, that is Indira Gandhi Canal. Indira Gandhi Canal. It is about 650 kilometers. The longest canal in India is Indira Gandhi Canal, which is very useful to the cultivation purpose in the part of Thar desert. The longest canal in the Thar desert is the Indira Gandhi Canal, which is located in the Thar desert. This is once again, the Thar desert is located in the state of Rajasthan, at the side of western part of Rajasthan. It is getting very less amount of rainfall, that is about 100 millimeters to 150 millimeters per year. That's why it is having very sand plains. That is, it is having very sand plains, and that is due to the less rainfall. It is having very less amount of vegetation in it. Okay. In this Thar desert also, one river is flowing through the desert. That is the only river which is flowing through the Thar desert is Loni. Okay. For the purpose of cultivation in the Thar desert, people or government constructed the longest canal. The longest canal in India, that is Indira Gandhi Canal, that is constructed in the Thar desert area. This is very useful for the cultivation purpose in this Thar desert. Okay. Now coming to the coastal plains. Coastal plains. Okay. Coastal plains. Suppose if you see, these are the coastal plains in the side. Arabian Sea. These are west coastal plains, and these are east coastal plains. East coastal plains. These are at the side of Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal. Okay. Now coming to the west coastal plains. The plains that are formed nearly the west coast that are called as west coastal plains. The west coastal plains are extending from Gujarat to Kanyakumari. In the Gujarat, these coastal plains are called as Ran of Kutch. In Gujarat, these west coastal plains are called as Ran of Kutch. In the state of Maharashtra and Goa, they are called Konkan coastal plains. In the state of Maharashtra, in the state of Gujarat, the west coastal plains are called Ran of Kutch. In the state of Maharashtra and Goa, they are called Konkan coast. In the state of Karnataka, the west coastal plains are called the Canara coast. In the state of Kerala, they are called Malabar coast. In the state of Kerala, they are called Malabar coast. Okay, these are the parts of the west coastal plains. In the state of Gujarat, they are called Ran of Kutch. In the state of Maharashtra and Goa, they are called Konkan coastal plains. In the state of Karnataka, they are called Kerala coast. In the state of Malabar coast, in the state of Kerala, they are called Malabar coast. Now coming to the east coastal plains. These east coastal plains are formed or extending between from Odisha to Tamil Nadu. Okay, and in between Andhra Pradesh. Okay, in these east coastal plains are extending from Odisha to Tamil Nadu. Okay, these east coastal plains are different ranges in different regions. In the Odisha, they are called as the Utkal coast. Okay, in the state of Andhra Pradesh, they are called Sarkar coast. Okay, and in the state of Tamil Nadu, they are called Coromandel coast. Okay, now coming to these are the different types of names which the east coastal plains are having. In the state of Odisha, they are called Utkal coast. In the state of Andhra Pradesh, they are called as Sarkar coast. In the state of Tamil Nadu, they are called as Coromandel coast. These are the different types of regional names of the west coastal plains and east coastal plains. Okay, now coming to the east coastal plains. These east coastal plains are due to formed by the rivers Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, and Mahanadi. They are getting the sand particles, or they are getting the alluvium soils from the side of Western Ghats to the side of the Eastern Ghats. That's why these are formed due to the rivers. The east coastal plains are formed due to the rivers, the Godavari, the Krishna, the Mahanadi, and the Kaveri. These are due to these rivers, the east coastal plains are formed. Okay. In these east coastal plains, the famous lakes also are located. Those are the saltwater lake. The biggest saltwater lake which is located in India is Chilka, that is located in Odisha. The famous lakes which are located are also in these east coastal plains. Those are in Odisha. The famous lake is located, saltwater lake is located, that is Chilka. In the state of Andhra Pradesh, we can see the most famous lakes are found. They are Pulicat Lake and Kolleru Lake. Those are very famous for the migration of Arabian South canes. Okay, those are very most famous for the migration of the birds in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, children, this is the information regarding the fourth and the fifth relief features of India. Those are the desert part and the coastal plains. The coastal plains are once again the coastal plains are divided into two major parts. At the side of western part of India, it is divided into three parts. They are called four parts. They are called Ran of Kutch in Gujarat, Konkan coast in Maharashtra and Goa, Kerala coast in Karnataka, Malabar coast in Kerala. Now coming to the east coastal plains. East coastal plains are the three parts converted into three parts. In Odisha, it is having the name the Utkal coast. In Andhra Pradesh, these are having the name Sattar coast. In Tamil Nadu, these are having the name Coromandel coast. Okay, the famous lakes which are located in these east coastal plains, that are the Chilka Lake, which is located in Odisha, and the Pulicat Lake and Kolleru lakes. These are the lakes which are very famous for the bird migration in Andhra Pradesh. They are also located in the east coastal plains, and finally the Coromandel coast. These are the types of coastal plains in India. Okay, children. In our next class, we will discuss about the last one, the island part. About the islands. In the next class, we will discuss. Okay. Today, I want to leave a question about the previous class. Today, I want to ask a question about the previous class. Which part is called? Sorry, which is called as the southern most tip of peninsular plateau. Peninsular plateau. This is the question. Which is called the southernmost tip of peninsular plateau. Okay. If you know the answer, then you can comment in the comment box. Thank you, children.